Guys are splintering. Everybody's falling apart out here right now except for the one rider from Elevate going away. McCohen trying to be able to remain in contact. 6 laps to go. He has a big boost of confidence coming off of a big victory yesterday, winning from the breakaway, a 4-man sprint, taking the sprint in front of Cifuentes. And now it is Douglas Frinchak going off the front by himself, realizing he's got the potential to be able to take another victory. I want to say it's a long ways out, but on this kind of race course, it's not that bad. I mean, you have the uphill, which everybody has to do the same kind of effort. You have the downhill, which in a way everybody has to do the same kind of effort, or you kind of really all go the same speed. There's not usually that big of a speed difference. The hardest part is just along Riverside Drive. Little bit of wind, about 11 miles per hour wind, and the heat. The heat is definitely the big factor out here in all 3 days of this race so far. Frenchak doesn't seem to have a problem with it from Team Elevate Racing. Coming out of Willow Park, Texas, of course, where it's hot all the time. Got a feeling Jeffrey Castro has had enough. Be curious to see if he even gets to the top of the climb or if he's just going to pull a U-turn and said, I'm done. Hard racing out there. That last lap, one strung out. One long line, and a little gap starting to open up in that long line. As in the front, it's regrouped a little bit. Cifuentes on the left-hand side. I don't see his brother. See Dempsey, but I'm not seeing Emerson. Similar color jersey with the stripes going across it. No, I would say no. This is a small group. There's about 15 riders that made this front group. Got a few chasers trying to be able to make their way back up there. See Joel Boma from Breakaway Cycling Team on the back of that group. Spread out across the road. Doesn't look like they're much in chase mode as this Frenchak once again on the attack. Now, I talked about there's no overall for the Category 3. There's no Omnium. But in my own calculations, Dempsey Cifuentes was in first. Seth Lashley was in second. Andy Zexy was in third. But if Frenchak could take this, I believe that would catapult him into the unofficial overall of the Tulsa Tough. But he's got to be able to pull it off. He's got to be able to cross that finish line first and take that win. And that'll be 2 race wins for Tulsa Tough. The rider from Elevate Cycling now on the front. Cifuentes realizing a little bit of the danger. Obviously, he wants to be able to win on day number 3. It's a huge resume filler if you can put down that you won Crybaby Hill. Travis Chrisman riding on the back. There, I see also some other riders as I'm glancing at my sheet. Michael Margolis. Rider in second right there from the Alliance. Man, you can see they're suffering. Look at how tired they are, just barely able to keep it going. So that's Andy Zexty. That's the rider I was talking about earlier, sitting right now unofficially in third overall. I believe he was with Robert Castor. Unique outfits. I would be sweating if I had to. I mean, it's 90 degrees out. Definitely would be sweating if I was wearing that hat and that robe. Frenchak continues to be able to push the pace. Coming off a win at Davy Crockett earlier this year. Big opportunity for him to take a win here in the Category 3s. Just last year, he was a Category 4. Did a few races, managed to upgrade. Now he's in the Category 3s, and he's already got one big win under his belt. Pretty soon, he's going to be moving up towards the Category 2 status, which pretty much any of these guys racing, that is their goal. They're not racing, at least the young riders aren't racing to be able to stay Cat 3s forever. They're racing to be able to try to get some victories, gather some points, and move up into the Category 2s. A little bit bigger prize money, a little bit bigger races, and Frenchak is on his way right now, hugging the far left side of the road to the right side of the screen, possibly trying to be able to stay out of a little bit of that crosswind. On the front right now, the Alliance rider leading him through is Cifuentes in second place. Definitely a rider. Team Elevate's got to keep an eye on. 31 years old as he continues turning the legs over, looking really good, getting down into the super tuck. Definitely want to make sure you come out of that on time to be able to take this 120-degree turn, flying onto Riverside Drive. He waited for the right moment, about 4 laps to go, and he attacked. Nobody could go with them after turning themselves inside out for the previous laps, chasing down everything. Frinchek sat, waited, patiently waited, and then exploited everybody else's weaknesses as Douglas Frinchek right now is on his way with 1 lap to go. Man, looking out my window, watching him go up the hill. I think he's going faster on this last lap up the hill than he did some of the previous laps. A little bit of extra motivation. Oh no, serious trouble right here as he dropped his chain. They're going to be coming up unexpected, unbelievable. What a nightmare for Frinchek. Now, look, the guys are at the bottom of the climb. They're getting ready to come around and turn right. Just getting around the corner, they're going to see him. Frinchek has his chain back on, but now he is within reach, running to the top. They must realize that is him. He's not a laps rider. No way to hop on the bike in the middle of the climb. 12% grade. Frinchek completely devastated. No, he wasn't even able to get it going again. He actually didn't get the chain back on all the way to even be able to get back into the group in order to be able to have a chance for the sprint. So it went from being a completely done race to now being wide open. Henry Lee on the attack right now, taking advantage of an opportunity, one that didn't exist. Crybaby Hill still up for grabs. Oh my gosh. Douglas Frinchek, I cannot believe what just happened right there. How much risk are these riders willing to take in that final turn? Oh, Lee's laying it all out there. Little bit of a skid with the rear wheel. Now Henry Lee out of the saddle, trying to be able to hold off the charging riders coming up after them. Henry Lee taking it. He almost like looked over and said, hey, what are you going to do? And then did the bike throw. Very different from anything I have ever seen, but a big win for Henry Lee. 19 years old. It's the young ones winning once again as a nightmare unfolds out on course for Douglas Frinchek at the top of Crybaby Hill with only a half a lap to go. Drink in hand. As you see the replay right here, and you know, the thing is, for 25 laps before that, he was able to get into a small ring. He was able to be able to shift. There was never a problem. It almost looks like it was jammed as officials coming to the rescue, and then as our final sprint. So congratulations, Henry Lee, our Cat 3 winner for Crybaby Hill.